Hello there. Welcome to a brand new year, and it's so exciting to have made it. All glory and honor to Almighty God for seeing us through 2017. And I'm welcoming you to the most exciting security program on television, The Defender. In today's edition, we shall be taking a look back at the operations of Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps NSCDC in the year 2017. It was an eventful year indeed, and it was no less for the Corps. My name is Shola Odumosu, and I'll be right back. Please, don't go away because I'll be bringing you all the details in a short while. Welcome back. We begin with the anti-vandalism operations of the Corps, which is one of the core mandates of NSCDC. The nation's Niger Delta has been a den of illegal bunkering. The perpetrators has over time entrenched themselves in the very tough terrain which they are very used to. A proliferation of illegal refineries have characterized these creeks over the years. These are often well-crafted facilities which connote native intelligence. From Bayelsa to Edo, Rivers, through Delta, and even in the creeks of Ondo and Abia State, it has been a tale of constant battle by the NSCDC to flush out these illegal bunkers. During the year, 2,319 illegal refineries were uncovered and destroyed. A total number of 208 arrests and prosecutions were made. Many of those arrests led to the uncovering of their illegal facilities and hideouts, which are then destroyed. 84 trucks, 19 vehicles, and 1 motorcycle involved in illegal bunkering were impounded. Also, 2 barges, 1 vessel, 9 boats, 5 tanks of AGO, another 5 tanks of PMS, that's petrol, 137 kegs of AGO, 2,037 kegs of PMS were recovered during these operations. 45,000 liters of crude oil were recovered during the year. This included a total of 832,000 liters of AGO and 249,310 liters of PMS. Due to these feats, the Commandant General of the Corps, Abdullahi Gana Muhammadu, was able to declare that the Corps under his watch had cut down the rate of vandalism of critical infrastructure of government, especially pipelines across the country, to 30%. A cartel of vandals operating on the Abia River State boundary were uncovered. This was at a Shell pipeline on the boundary between Ukwa West in Abia State and Oyibo in River State. The oil thieves have taken advantage of the vulnerability of the area to carry out the nefarious activities during the wee hours of the night. To curtail this, the NSCDC Anti-Vandalism Squad mounted sustained community surveillance through the year.
It's the command and control center. From here, whatever we see in the field, all we need to do is to call my boys, Bayelsa State, please go to this social point. Oh, please. I will be doing that. And you can see this. When we saw this last night, we call our men in the field, and they've gone there, they made arrests. So we have men on duty here 24 hours. These are the pipelines in the South for the 60s we mentioned. All the pipelines. See, network, all the pipelines. Rivers, this is Okirika, this is Degema, this is Ashari Toru, Akoku Toru, this is Agada, this is Abua Odal, this is Elebili, this is Obima Koku. You can see all the pipelines. We have been here, live. Go and warn the vandals. Civil defense has come of age. Thank you.
We are not others, we are civil defenders. We curb saboteurs and vandals.
Government property, no one will know. Who be the government? You be the government. Make you know use your hand, double rule your property. Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, they campaign to stop this for
The Corps also participated actively and creditably in election operations during the year. For instance, the apprehension which heralded the Anambra State governorship election due to the threat posed by the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, eventually led to a pleasant anticlimax due to the efforts of the NSCDC and other security agencies. They ensured that the election was peaceful and itch-free. The zonal commander, Basi O. Basi, told the defenders that over 15,000 NSCDC personnel were deployed for the exercise.
We have 14,000 personnel that we have thrown off for this election. That is aside with other specialized units of the Corps that is added up. If you add it up, there are more than 15,000. We have the special anti-terrorism squad, we have the dog kennel, we have the intelligence men who are all thrown out throughout the state to gather information, to look at where there's flashpoints. Then we call on the situation room for immediate intervention. The special intervention units, all those units, if you add up, there are more than 15,000 men thrown out for these elections.
The operation featured patrols and surveillance across the nooks and crannies of the state. Going by the Amien, it was clear that the NSCDC personnel were highly motivated. As required in such circumstances, the operational heads had time for briefing and further arrangements. Hilary Kelechi Madu, FSI, who is in charge of operations at the NSCDC headquarters Abuja, said the Anambra election was a test case ahead of the 2019 polls, and therefore there was no room for flaws.
This election is what we are going to use to test what will happen in 2019. As civil defenders, as stakeholders, we are ready.
And it was time to continue dispatching the men to various locations across the state. After all was said and done, DCG Hilary Kelechi Madu, FSI, who led the entire operation, summed it up that the security arrangement was able to build the confidence of the people.
When the election started, or when voting started, many people didn't want to go there initially. But at the site, or they are seeing the number of security men around, their confidence was restored. Those of them that didn't want to go because of the threat of this so-called IPOB, as they saw our men and other sister security agencies, they started going. So in some places, the materials were there, but people didn't come to accredit. But at the sight of security men, people started. And the election, as far as I'm concerned, went peacefully, and all the security agencies, there was no misbehavior. And in some isolated cases, like when one card reader was nacked, INEC quickly provided another one. And to God be the glory. We can give kudos. I give kudos to my men for behaving well. And this morning, we are still staying behind for a mop-up.
The recurring problem of clashes between farmers and herdsmen was a very disturbing trend during the year. The menace led to the loss of countless numbers of lives in various parts of the country. The Corps embarked on an assessment tour of the grazing reserve located at Paikon, Gwagwalada in the Federal Capital Territory. The facility sits on an 850,000 hectares land with 150 settlements. Operating under the Department of Animal Production and Husbandry Services, the reserve has 2 windmill-powered boreholes for irrigation of pasture. Assistant Commandant General Adamu Soja led NSCDC on the tour. ACG Adamu told our crew that the Corps would ensure that the facility is protected.
Ensure that the investment of government here is not in vain. It's for their own use, and also they should equally help us in protecting them. This is the control area of the FCT. Ours is to come and have the assessment, then give them directives to deploy. Well, depending on the number of the facilities on ground, and we'll send at least not less than 25 to 30 officers should be on ground.
The challenge is the vendors normally used to come maybe in the night around like 3 a.m. and it normally when it was raining, they came and started vandalizing, removing the overhead tanks. That is the challenges, overhead tanks, and sometimes the submersible pump for pumping water from the borehole. I've written that to my administrations, so they decided to maybe reported that the minister then called the Commander of Civil Defense. He came here last month. I took him around all the facilities, and now the Commander General is around.
We are not others, we are civil defenders. We curb saboteurs and vandals.
Government property, no one will know. Who be the government? You be the government. Make you no use your hand, don't rule your property. Nigerian security and civil defense corps, they compare to start this ahead with this scatter nation's property.
The situation in the Northeast did not also escape the attention of the Corps during the year. To this end, the NSCDC presented working tools to its operatives in the area. The tools included bulletproof vests, boots, raincoats, and reflective jackets, amongst others.
The mandate of the federal government to take over the liberated areas in the Northeast and IDPs. So we have to equip our men and staff, purchase some very, very vital equipments like bulletproof vests, because they are working in very, very, very volatile area. We have the food, we have rain boots, we have tents so that our boys will not be standing in the sun. We have defective jackets in case of emergency, because it's part of our mandate of disaster management. In civil defense, we believe and we still maintain that fact that second best is not good enough. We have to be the best.
The benefiting states included:
we are now handing over these goods to the 3 states in the Northeast that are very active in this. That's Adamawa, Taraba, and Yobe. The commandant, Taraba, is here with us. Mr. Kamilu. So we're now handing over this to them.
The CG had said that vehicles were also to be allocated to the states to enhance their operations.
To purchase operational vehicles, to purchase new vehicles for you so that mobile, to purchase all we have in the budget for you. Wherefore, I wish you the best. Thank you, sir.
Also during the year under review, some vandals and those who diverted food items meant for internally displaced persons were apprehended in Borno. The Borno State Commandant attributed their successes during the year to the inspiration from the national leadership of the Corps.
We are motivated by the management of the Corps led by our Commandant General, CG Mohammed Kana, with the coordinated approach by the officers and men of the intelligence department and the anti-vandal were able to make this arrest.
The commandant explained the circumstances leading to the arrest of those who had diverted 200 bags of sorghum meant for nursing mothers in IDP camps.
Where we stated 200 bags of sorghum meant for IDPs. In Mongono, yes, 200 bags. We intercepted them. They were meant for the IDPs, but they found their ways into private warehouses, and they were packaging so that they would sell in the market. We caught them. They did everything humanly possible to retrieve. We insisted that this commodity must be handed over to SEMA, who will in turn give to the IDPs. They are meant for the nursing mothers, especially those who are breastfeeding in Mongono IDP camp. And the suspects are with us here.
The command presented the stolen items to the State Emergency Management Agency, SEMA. Also in the year, the Corps presented 2 bills to the House of Representatives seeking to amend the NSCDC Act 2003. Deputy Commandant General DCG Amos Musa Andekin, who represented the Commandant General of the Corps, made a presentation on the areas to be amended at a public hearing organized by the House.
Act to amend the Nigerian Civil Code, Act 2003, to provide guidelines for the enforcement of security measures through the requirement clause, the clause cited television, and for other matters connected therewith. It is also observed that the proposed amendment did not create any room of sanction or punishment for failure to install CCTV where the Commandant General so directs in accordance with the proposed section. And also, it is most commonly suggested that a section be created to impose sanctions.
Members of the committee raised questions about various aspects of the proposed amendments.
It's a bid for an act to amend the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps Act 146 Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004 to among other things, maintain peace and order, protection and rescuing the civil population during emergency and for other matters connected therewith.
The core work is to prevent corruption critical infrastructure. Yes, sir.
introduction of CCTV is in the same line with it. So I think the synergy we are talking about, I agree with you, that civil defense, if this is passing to law, these cameras will be installed by them, monitored by them. Then the synergy I would agree with you, that if in an event that I wish one an information, or in the process of monitoring those recordings, if there is anything that is damaged, the synergy there can come up with that. For instance, the area that monitor small criminals, when those but the issue of police or any other security is important to temporary installations can never be there. But then I agree with you, there should be synergy there.
During the year, various state commands embarked on diverse activities and operations to fulfill their mandates. For instance, the Osun State Command of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps launched the Special Weapon and Tactics SWAT unit. Welcome back. And it's here we conclude today's edition of The Defender. Please join us on this same station, same time next week for a fresh packet, which shall be the concluding part of looking back at 2017. And for questions, comments, reactions, and suggestions, please reach us through any of our social media platforms as displayed on your screen. Until I come your way again, I am Shola Odumosu, reminding you to stay positive in the new year. Bye for now. For sponsorship and advert booking, contact the Public Relations Unit, Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, National Headquarters, Abuja, or the producer on 0803 371 1199 or 0811 813 4154.